But no, I'm happy for him and looking forward to seeing him out there.
Denzel, with Miles kind of bearing down on the sack record, when he gets it, do you guys as a defense take pride in that, just as a whole?
Definitely. This game, you can't do it without everybody. And, we're looking forward to the day he, like you said, when he gets that sack record. And but it takes all of us doing our job to help him get that. And, yeah.
Denzel, I don't know if you're on the punt coverage team or not.
No.
But what do you think of that DK? He's a receiver, but he's 21 yards.
Yeah, I heard he's a fast guy, able to make plays on there. But, I'm not a return guy. I am aware of him, though. I'm aware of him.
When you look at that Titans team, that 1-11, what stands out to you as a threat besides maybe Cam Ward's running?
I mean, hey, it's a team that's trying to come in here and beat us, and so it goes vice versa. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go in and get a win, and that's what both sides are trying to do. And so that's the threat right there. Who's going to come out on top?
Denzel, you guys had to face so many short fields on Sunday, and I know Miles and some of the other guys were like, we should still be doing more. I mean, I guess what are your thoughts on that? And when you are in your own territory at that point, like what should you guys be doing?
Yeah, obviously we want to play complementary football, but wherever position that we're in, if we're given a short field, we got to be able to come through for our team and get a stop and not allow any points on the board. And so we just got to do a better job at that, and we got to continue to work at that. But whatever the opportunity or opposition is out there, we got to make it happen, make it work, and get the ball back for our offense.
I know a few weeks ago you talked about not getting targeted a lot.
Yeah.
Have you seen any more come your way since we did?
Nah, not really. I think I got maybe one target last game. I don't know, but no, like I said, it's just much respect. I know a lot of coaches be telling me after the game, like pretty much like we're not coming at you, and that just respecting my game as a player and stuff like that. So I appreciate that, but still trying to find ways to do what I can out there to still do my job and take away my side of the field and execute. And once that ball does come, I'm gonna be there to make a play on it.
Is it tough not to relax when the ball's not coming your way for whatever many plays in a row?
Yeah, that's a great question. You just always got to be ready, but we can't get complacent out there, and that ball's going to have to come at some point. So just being ready once your number's called, but just knowing I can still affect the game in other ways. I'm still affecting the game by covering guys and taking that first read away. And just got to continue to stay locked in on my assignment and then being ready once it does come.
How do you keep the energy, the juice, and all of that when you guys are 3-8 and you still feel like you have everything to play for?
I believe so. This is a game that I prayed and dreamed of playing all my life. So just to be out there and have more games to play, we got 5 more games or something like that left. I'm just going out there enjoying being with this team. And going out there trying to make plays and do what we can to get a win. That's always the goal, to get the win. But just having fun, that's the biggest thing. Have fun out there. And, it's still more to play for. We still preparing for next season as well. So you want to put good stuff on tape, on film, and just see what we got.
When you go through a tough season like this, it's easy for guys to play for themselves, so to speak, and maybe tune out the messaging from Kevin and the other coaches. Just how have you seen this team navigate this difficult time? And also, too, it does feel like Kevin's messaging to you guys is still resonating with them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's going to say we're going to go through tough times, but it's going to bring us together. We got to all stick together and continue to stick as a team. It's only going to make us better in the long run, whether that's if it's not this year, next year. It's preparing us. Everything affects everything. And, we're just stacking bricks and stacking the foundation and the team together, bringing the team close together as we can. And it's going to pay off in the long run.
Any thoughts on the Big Ten championship game?
Oh, man, you already know where I'm going with Ohio State Buckeyes, man. I can't look too far. I'm going to say national championship, but can't look too far, though. They're going to make it happen this year. But rooting for those guys, and I'll watch them every game.
I assume you were happy with the result on Sunday.
Say it again.
I assume you were happy with the result on Saturday.
Oh yeah, it was a too long coming for those Buckeyes. When I was there, I didn't lose to those guys, but no, I'm glad they were able to get it done. Shout out to Coach Day and the Buckeyes.
Did you collect any friendly wagers with anyone in this room?
No, I should have got on Mason. I should have got on Mason, but no, I didn't. I didn't bet with anybody.
Why has Kevin's message been able to stick with you guys as a team? What is it about him as a head coach that makes it easy for you guys to follow?
Yeah, I mean he's a great coach. He knows how to how I put it in words to connect with us, connect with each other, and I mean we got his back and he got our back, and we're all in this together. It's not no one person or one coach. We're all in this together. Our record is all of us. It's not. Yeah, the head coach and the top usually takes all the blame, but it's not just them. We all got our issues and problems and things that we got to work on and get better at, and we're going to continue to do that. But yeah, he just continues to let us know that we're all in this together, and things are going to change at some point.
Do you feel like you're a leader of the team, Grant, Miles? I mean, you guys are really setting the tone for making sure that the level of play stays really high. Have you taken it upon yourselves to do that?
Oh, definitely. It's just taking pride in our work, and we still going out there and competing. It's a guy across from you trying to beat you and make plays, and we're just not trying to allow that. We're just trying to still hold our standard of football and bring everybody else's play up with ours as well. But yeah, there's still a lot to play for, like you said.
Denzel, you've said you believe you're playing your best ever this year. Do you attribute that to just the evolution of you being in your 7th or 8th year, or how much does Schwartz made you a better player?
Yeah, Schwartz definitely made me a better player. I think it's a cumulative of a bunch of things, like I say, experience being in the league. But I mean, I said it since Schwartz got here. Like he helped raise my game to another level. Just his defense and his expectations. Putting high expectations on myself and everybody. And as a competitor, and for me, like I enjoyed that, wanting to go out there and show people that I'm the best and I could go get it done, and I could be that guy for this team. So I say he's raised my play in a bunch of ways, and he's a great coach, great person, and I can't say enough great things about him. But man, he's an amazing coach, though.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.
How's everybody doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Kevin said that Deshaun's going to practice for the first time today. How much are you looking forward to him being out there with you?
I feel like it's great he's going out there to practice. I know he's been working hard to recover and doing everything he's able to do for this day.
And how has he been a help to you, just maybe with installing the game plan, or just, they keep talking about how much he's been a help to you guys. Can you share a little bit of that?
Yeah, what we do in there, we're going to keep it in there for sure.
Shedeur, your relationship with Cam has been pretty, well documented. Obviously, due to the pre-draft process, especially. Just how excited are you? How much have you gotten to know him, and then how excited are you to? Obviously, you don't go against him head to head because he's not on defense.
Yeah.
To sort of duel with him on Sunday.
Well, I would say I'm just excited for the opportunity to go out there and play, and being able, last week Sean wasn't the best, so just having the opportunity to go out there and play.
Shedeur, you talked about feel. It has to be a feel for you. Just where have you felt like you that feel has gotten better with the start you've got?
I say day by day, live action by live action. I see my faults, and I see what I do good and what I need to work on. So I definitely take that in consideration whenever I go and prepare and everything I do. And if I need to see more pictures of certain things, then I got to do what's necessary for me to be successful.
Is it hard to stay patient as you're growing as an NFL quarterback?
What you mean by that?
Well, as you want to be great right away, but maybe it takes time to be great. So do you have to be patient as you develop?
I don't view things as like patient. I guess that's the outside world. That's not nothing I live in. Within my world, I think I'm more determined and focused on knowing I got to do what it takes to get the results, for the team, for us that we need, to be successful. So I think it's certain things that certain areas that I need to improve in quickly, and just because I'm a rookie, that's not really an excuse out there,
Shedeur, what would you say is kind of the nature of your relationship with Cam, and what was it like, training alongside with him during the pre-draft process?
Yeah, Cam competitive. It's always fun, getting out there training with him. And then, we both end up getting drafted, and we both went our separate ways, And that's really everybody that played in college with almost. Everybody's focused on what they got to do, and it's all love, whenever we see each other.
But not a lot of communication since the draft.
I would say we don't really communicate with any players. Even I play with Colorado all that stuff will probably happen later on down the road, but not right now. We all focus on what we got to do to be great.
You got a lot on your plate of being the quarterback now. Does playing against Cam add any juice to this day for you?
Nah, I think it's not nothing extra, within myself that I'm thinking, just playing against another opponent, it's another week. It's a lot of great quarterbacks, week by week that we play against. So I wouldn't say this adds anything.
Shedeur, the CBS cameras captured a sideline encounter between you and Jerry.
Yeah, we resolved that. We're not going to speak on that.
If you guys were cool with each other then.
Yeah. I would hope so.
What's your relationship like with Jerry? What has it been like since you've gotten here and since you've become a starter?
I would think, like, when I'm not playing and when I'm a starter, it's the same. I wouldn't say people treat you better, just that you start now, it's normal,
Kevin says
you talked about how, you had to get more time on task to see the same lens. As you being in that quarterback spot, what do you like to do with your receivers, outside of practice to make sure that you guys are seeing the same lens?
I would say overall, just being able to get on the same page and trust. The hardest thing in this game and right now is having trust. Having trusted everybody, certain movements, certain way we make eye contact. Like certain things is so detailed, and that's how I play very comfortably. So that's how I get in my comfort zone. That's how I get in my bag. That's how I'm able to do that. So it's different because this is a different year. It's not a traditional way. It's not a traditional situation, and that's okay because it's a challenge. And I know we're going to be able to overcome the challenge, but it just expedite everything, and you just go out there, and just take risks. It is what it is.
Shedeur, you talk about some of the areas that watching the film back that you want to improve on. What are some of those areas that you've been targeting?
Like I say, I would take go out there and just pull the trigger. Well, that's not a great term. but what I mean by that is like go out there and see it and just hit it, like see it and hit it. Don't really understand that trust my eyes, understand everything that I've been studying, and the game, I'll say is slowing down a little bit for me, and just trust what I see.
Kevin has talked about how the Sean has been helpful in meetings. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of open that?
Yeah, they just asked about that.
I was hoping that you would talk about not just on the sideline, but how it's helping guys in meetings.
Well, I'd say for sure what we do in the meeting room, we keep to ourselves, Y'all able to see what we able to do in public and whatever, but whenever we in the building, we kind of keep that between us.
Is trusting your eyes and taking risks the same thing, kind of?
I'll say trust takes time. Trust takes time. Taking risk is like, it's hope. It's seeing it, but then it's a bit of hope, in there. I think if you just met somebody, it's going to take you a little minute to trust them, right? To trust their directions, to trust what they see. If you backing out a parking spot and somebody just directing you and you drive your car, I don't think you just going to trust for sure everything they say and everything. So I think it takes time and time on task and being in different battles with each other, being able to see, review everything. So that's where I'll say the trust component comes in.
When you have a little bit more of that feeling, will that translate to probably getting rid of the ball a lot sooner?
Yeah, I would say sometimes when sometimes I look for the big play, and I do that when I feel like I'm pressing. Like I feel like we don't have no. When I feel like we need to get a spark, we need to get an energy. That's typically when I do that. Whenever we stagnant, So that's something I review with myself, and I know in those situations I can't do that. At certain times, but that's just something I live and I'm gonna grow from, in doing that, and just trusting the team, trusting everybody, that things are gonna be all right.
I guess it's a good play is literally a couple of seconds, right? And there's so much you have to process. How much thinking like when you're in the middle of a play, you've got the ball in your hand, right? And you're kind of going through what you're seeing on the field, and that. Just what is that experience like, and how do you balance the thinking, intelligent part versus the instinct part of the game that happens in those 2, 3, 4 seconds?
I would say it definitely comes from preparation and studying, but like I said, it all comes down to the trust thing. It comes down to time on task, comes down to reps, comes down to all that different type of stuff, And I know I have to think and I would say do things just a little different because the lack of their time that we have on task, So I have to adjust kind of like my process a little bit, and for us to be able to have consistent success and for us to be able to go out there and execute everything.
How do you have to adjust? How do you have to adjust your process? In what ways do you adjust your process there?
I mean, I just can't spill all the beans now. You're going to ask me what's the game plan this week next? But I don't know, like I say just trusting my eyes, believing the preparation I've been doing, everything, has been working. And I get out there and, I see it, and that's what I'm most excited about. And I know the results are going to come when they come, you know, and I feel like they're going to come soon. But the fact I'm able to go out there and I'm able to see it, you know, that's what brings me joy on the inside.
When you look at that Titans defense, does it start with Simmons, and then what else what else jumps out about them?
You want to know what plays we running next to?
What do you like about their defense? How Jeffrey Simmons, what stands out about him as a player?
He's a great player. You know his name, and we all know his name for sure. So he's definitely a great player, and he's a great human being. He's a great player.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Shedeur.
Jerry, if you don't mind, starting with, I know we saw the sideline confrontation between you and Shedeur. What kind of was going on there, and are you guys okay now?
Yeah, no, we spoke about it. We good. Yep.
What was the conversation about on the sideline? Was it something?
It was about a play.
Just one? Just one?
Yeah.
Do those sorts of things just happen like in the heat of a game, and you just talk through it afterwards? Generally?
I mean, it's emotional sport. You know, things like that happen in football.
How do you build a quarterback's trust? Shedeur's talking a lot about trust.
Repetition.
Yep. Are you guys doing anything outside of practice in order to make sure that, like Shedeur talking about seeing the same lens? Are you guys doing anything outside of practice to make sure you guys are on the same page?
Other than talk about it, and that's it. Really, we just talk about it for real.
Jeudy, how frustrating is this season for you personally after what you did here last year?
It's very frustrating, you know. But you only can control what you can control and do what you need to do. That's it.
Do you try to use that frustration to fuel you or motivate you or anything?
Say that again?
Do you try to use that frustration to turn it into a positive to fuel you or anything?
Yeah, of course. You know, you can't let frustration, build up and, cause a lot of negativity, so the only way you can handle your frustration by just trusting the process and, and just keep doing what you've been doing each and every week,
Jerry, you kind of talked about that last year, like when the frustration was kind of starting to mount, like making sure that you used it in a positive manner. I guess, is there, and obviously you mentioned football in the key game, but is there anything you probably would have done differently with that, sideline interaction with Shedeur? Is it just kind of like that's football? And just kind of,
Oh, yeah, for sure. Probably just what I would have done different, I probably just probably taught them off camera. You feel me? That's probably what I would have done different. Of course, I'm gonna speak my mind and tell me what and say what I need, what I see out there. But it what it is. Football, man. Just me and Shedeur good. It's stuff like that happens. Y'all gonna make it bigger than what it is. Because the media. That's what y'all feed off of, negativity. But it is what it is. This is the life we live. So, we move on from it. And I live a real life. So what happened around in this locker room, this real, not what's going on social media and everything. So me and Shedeur good, everything good, man. We gravy over here.
What exactly are you frustrated most about this season? What is it that's kind of getting to you?
Losing, of course. But I don't want to speak on nothing else. Just losing.
Good.
Yep. Thank you.